Voters in Michigan decriminalized recreational marijuana in November. Since then, dozens of cities and townships opted out of part of the voter-approved proposition, which allows for the manufacture and sales of weed. But it turns out that elected officials, they may not have the last word. Barton Dieters is here with what may be a growing trend. Barton.
Well, Marvis, local leaders can't do anything about the fact that people can possess and grow marijuana for personal use, but they are stopping the sale and manufacture in their townships or municipalities. But the law that gives them the right to do that gives voters the power to override the decision, and now we're starting to see that happen. David Overholt has been at the forefront of Michigan's marijuana revolution for more than a decade after he was prosecuted for having a medical marijuana dispensary in Kent County. But he continued to advocate what he believes are the benefits of the leafy green, and now he has seen the tide turn.
If you would have just given the people of the western side of Michigan safe access to medical marijuana like I tried to do many years ago, you probably wouldn't see recreational in Michigan right now.
When Proposal 1 passed in Michigan, it included language that would allow for businesses that sell and grow marijuana. But it gave municipalities the ability to opt out. And we've seen that happen in dozens of areas, even where the proposal was approved by majorities of 60% or more. But the proposal also allows citizens to put the issue on the ballot to overturn a municipality's decision to opt in or opt out, according to attorney Robert Hendricks, who is one of the architects of Proposal 1.
It is designed to allow a fundamental democratic process at that very, very local level of the municipality that's deciding to opt in or opt out.
To put it on the ballot, a citizen must gather signatures of registered voters in the municipality, equaling 5% of the votes cast in the last gubernatorial election. That's just what Overholt is doing in Sidney Township, a rural community of about 2,000 people in Montcalm County.
I hope that's what this will do, is enlighten enough people to see that just because somebody that's been in power for 25 years says no, it doesn't mean no is no.
Overholt says his ballot proposal, for which he has to gather 188 signatures, is not looking for marijuana stores in Sidney Township.
I'm only asking for farming. I live in a farm community, and we need the revenue. We need public safety.
This would allow grow operations of between 150 and 1,500 plants. Overholt says he's hoping to lead a movement.
My hopes here is to show other communities and educate them how to do this for free.
Regardless of whether Overholt is successful, experts believe these types of referendums will show up around the state.
And now they feel like their local governments are not following through on the kind of the democratic wishes of the majority. I think you're going to see this kind of action in not a few places in Michigan.
Now, Proposal 1 actually failed in Sidney Township by about 40 votes out of about 1,100 casts. But Overholt believes the farming aspect will appeal to this agricultural community. In studio, Barton Dieters, 24-Hour News 8.